Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are my people doing this morning? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Friday, TGIF. How are y'all doing out there? I want to know. How was y'all? Good morning, good morning. Oh, look like we got some new family jumped in there. That's what's up. I see you, Magic Mind. I see you, Twyla. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? Be more. I see you. What's up, Be more? I see you. How y'all feeling? Rejoice Bonnie, sis. What's up, sis? Rejoice Bonnie all the way from Ghana. Every time I see that flag, I'm like, yeah. Who we got? Oh, good morning. Who's that? That's Mark Quentin. Good morning. Good morning. Trey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for tuning in. Friday, episode 4. Without Prejudice. Oh man, it's good. It's good. How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Real good. Went to bed. Morbid Drifter, what's up? Yo FX, you ready, huh? That's what's up. That's what's up. Drip, 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 drip. What's good? What's good? I see you. Appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Grand Risings, Karate 357. I don't know, man. When I see that name, I just feel like like you'll put it down on somebody if they like steal your parking space or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That Karate 357. I don't know, that name just sound treacherous. Good morning. Oh, that's what's up. One Havoc That Kills Trade. Yes, that was a good one. That was a good one. Kika Bug, what's up? Is that Jay Kari? Jay Kari, what's up? What's up? What's up? Barbosa the Great, yo. Jedwar, yo. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Marty, what's up, Marty? That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, glad y'all joining in. Like I said, it's episode 4. It's Friday. We've been at this for 4 days, y'all. 4 days. So y'all right there with me, ground level. You know what I mean? We trying to get it going. Uh-oh. Kiara from the Lou. We got the Lou in the house. That's what's up. We got the Lou in the house. Hawk, 829, I see you. I see you. We got Trent. I see you, Trent. Trent said evening. Where you at, Trent? I'm assuming you like UK or something. I know you're not in the United States. But that's what's up. Where you at? There he is. Soy Sizzle, you ready for them gems? Man, I got some heat. You know me, I'm always trying to prep before and, give y'all some good value, man. That's the whole point. That's what this is all about. Come here, get some value, engage. You know what I'm saying? S Black, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. About 11 minutes. About 11 minutes before the open. Who we got? Oh, okay. We got an Aussie in the house. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. I caught that. The AUS, I caught that. Yes, sir. Blessings. Great catch. Blessings and abundance. That's what's up. Let's secure these bags, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know today I'm just kind of been looking over the charts since last night, and we got Zambia. Wow. What's up, Malvin? What's going on? Man, thanks for tuning in. We hitting all parts of the globe. We hitting continents. We hitting continents. You know what I'm saying? We got Ghana, we got continent of Africa in here, we got Australia in here. You know what I'm saying? Folks from North America in here. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Glad to see y'all. Glad y'all here. Glad y'all tuning in. Like I was saying, this is episode 4, 4 days in this thing. And we just getting started, man. We just starting to cook. It's been a good 4 days. Like it really has been a good 4 days. If y'all see me looking down, it's because I got a monitor down on my screen right here. So if y'all see me looking down, just know I'm engaged with y'all. I just got a monitor down here, and sometimes I don't look into my camera. But yeah, because I like looking at the comments. I really like to see y'all engage. You know what I mean? That keeps me going. Literally, that keeps me going. Fires me up. But yeah, San Diego Freedom Vault. I see you. I see you, Diego. La Jolla is one of my favorite places to go visit. It's one of my favorite spots. One of my favorite spots. Love the beach. But yeah, so as I was stating, episode 4, it's been a nice little ride these past 4 days. And it's funny, man. I want to always be transparent with y'all and just share, this journey, because we're all on this journey together. No matter where you are, we're all on this journey together. We're a family. Y'all, do y'all know I've been through I've been through 3 cameras in 4 days. 3 cameras in 4 days. Why is that? Because I'm trying to make this thing right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm searching, and I keep searching, and I keep searching, because I want to make sure I show up looking the best for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just putting no bull crap camera up here. Like, I done went through 3 cameras, like for real, and 3 pretty expensive cameras. But a couple of them work, a couple of them didn't work. I got my people, my team letting me know, what's going on, and I just ordered another camera set. It should be here on Monday. So possibly by Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, I'll have another camera up there to see, if we can get what we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? This camera right here looks pretty good, but it ain't all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't all the way. And I just wanted to share that with y'all, just to let y'all know, like I said, it's all about bringing value. That's what this was all about. That's why I started it. And yeah, and that's it, man. Let's go ahead and jump on the charts real quick. Stop throwing them, brother. Let's jump on the charts and take a look at, well, what we looking at here. So overnight, as you can see, this is the beginning of overnight session right here. For those of y'all that don't know, I only trade NQ. And so that's what we're looking at. This is actually MNQ. Let me jump to actually NQ. And yeah, so overnight session started here. This is, for me, I'm on the West Coast, so all my times are going to be in West Coast time. So if if you're on the East Coast, I'm 3 hours behind you. If you're on the Central Time, I'm 2 hours behind you. So don't let the time down here, mess you up. Just know that I'm on West Coast time. Yeah. So market kind of started out a little, consolidated a little bit, start to get some bullish momentum. Hit this little area right here. This, as you can see, these previous swing highs. Price hit there and pretty much reversed all night. That started right in London session. That was in London session, and pretty much reversed now. We had some news at 5:30, which was, where are we at? News was here at this candle, right where you see me pointing at that. At this candle, this long one, which kind of depicts the news, news event. So jump into news. News today was core PPI, and you can see it right here, 5:30. And once again, remember, these times are on West Coast time. So, but yeah, and this is once again, for those that don't know, it's a very handy tool. Get it, forexfactory.com, right here to take you. You can get in here and see all the news popping up for, that's going to affect our futures trades. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. So this is something that I keep up. And that's how I keep up on news. News already happened, 5:30. We have nothing else going on. We have Chicago PMI. It's yellow. So that pretty much lets us know that, not really too much going on there. About almost 5 minutes to the open. Let me just throw that out there, 5 minutes to the open. Yeah, so right now, because news happened at 5:30, and also too, you can see other countries that got news popping. So you can keep up on that as well. If you're trading overnight session, that'll be very helpful for you. So why I show this, for the information, but also for y'all to know and understand why we need to see this, is because we know now that news happened at 5:30 that we won't get caught in a trade while news is happening, because that's something that we never, ever, ever want to do. You don't want to get caught in a trade while news is happening. Just not a good look. Market tends to be super duper volatile during that time, and that can blow your accounts. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we protect our accounts. So with that said, since news happened at 5:30, there's nothing else going on. Yellow folder is usually like mild news, really nothing that's going to affect anything. Red folder is what we really, really want to pay attention to. And sometimes there'll be some orange folder. And I would say definitely err on the side of orange folder as well. But red folder news is definitely like, you know, just be careful. Just be careful that you don't want to be in a trade. And in some prop firms, remember, you can't trade news. So make sure you read your rules and understand that you can't be in a trade prior to news so many minutes, and you can't be, and you have to wait so many minutes after news before you can enter a trade. So just keep that in mind. So we'll jump back to the chart. So we know we're good now, right? Excuse me. We did our research. We know we're good. So we know if we get in the trade now, market open, we good. We ain't got to worry about no news messing up our profitability. So we good. So let's jump back. And honestly, I anticipated this is what I thought last night. And remember, you're never married to your bias, but it's good to, once you start understanding how the ticker that you trade moves and you start understanding the characteristics, news, and all the current events going on, I didn't think we were going to be too bullish at the overnight open. What's up, Nix? What's up? Good to see you. What's up, Nix? Good to see you. Yeah, I didn't expect the market, the overnight session last night, to really be too extremely bullish, only because I know we had news today, and also too, we're like at this 8% line, and that's something that we'll discuss. I won't discuss it today only because it's a lot to explain, and I want to make sure that I have time. But what I will do is I'm going to write that down on my notes right here. That's something that we'll go over next week for sure. That we're going to discuss the 8% line. And yep, I keep a pad right here. Absolutely. And I write all kind of stuff down. Trading thoughts, things if I'm in a trade, like writing down notes is very important in this game. You want to journal everything you can. I know sometimes, we do our digital journal for our trading, but it's good to have a pad right there to just write things down, period. To just, write, keep your thoughts on paper so you ain't got to worry about trying to remember them. But I like to do a lot of writing, a lot of writing down. And these are how I go back to stuff. This is how I kind of keep myself current. So I'm not trying to remember everything. But yeah, 8% line. That's something that we're going to talk about next week. That's some good. I think that's a really, really good thing for all of us to know and understand. And I'm going to go put something together for us on that. So about 2 minutes to the open. So going back to what I was saying, because of this 8% line, I wasn't expecting price to be too bullish last night in the overnight session. And I'm on a 5-minute chart, y'all, just for the information purposes. I'm on a 5-minute chart. So I was expecting price to pull back get pretty close to this 8% line, and then pretty much, take off bullish. Of course, that's my bias. Of course, it's just a bias. It doesn't mean that that's exactly what's going to happen. But it's just something that I'm looking at, and I'm looking at it from that perspective because, once again, the NQ is all I trade. It's a ticker that I've been watching for the past 2 years. And if you go back, I think last week, you go back in your charts and you'll see that every time it got close to this 8% line, I think I might be off by a couple of points, but I believe it's 697, I believe. For those that what's up, Sunka? I see you. For those that, I think block announced earlier lays off about 50% of staff and confirmed AI to those jobs. So I don't know if that caused that bearish move earlier. No, actually that was news. Pivol, if I said it right, that was actually news. That was core. That's just right here. That was core CPI. Get that? That was core CPI. And that so I'm gonna jump back. That 8% line is actually 24,697. I knew I was off a little bit. 24,697. And as you see, I got it marked on my chart. Cool. All right, market just opened. So what I was saying is that if you go back in your charts and check that 24,69, moved it too far, 24,697 area, what you'll see is that price price will play around there. Don't really get too much lower than that. And it reverses off that level. And like I said, we'll talk more about the 8% line next week. I promise y'all. So just when we tune in, I'll do it on Monday because I don't want it to be too many gap days in between. And you know what I'm saying? It kind of gets out. There you go. 24, 6, 6, 9, 7, 25. Exactly. Thanks, y'all. So my bias was price was going to get somewhere close to this, pull back overnight, get somewhere close to this, and then continue on bullish. That's my bias. I'm never married to my bias. It's just something that I'm seeing. Why you're never married to a bias? Because remember, at the end of the day, we don't control what's going on in this market. Having a bias is good as long as you're not married to it. So remember that having a bias is good as long as you know not to be married to it. You know, it's something for you to check out. If you understand how your ticker moves and you understand the characteristics, you're factoring news, you're factoring in, you know, current events, you're factoring in candle formations and stuff like that. And also too, why I can say this, because as I stated, I've been watching NQ for the past 2 years. We're at March. March actually, I think like the second or third week of March is truly my official 2-year anniversary in my trading career. So for me, this is just something that I've seen over the 2 years, and I don't trade anything else. So and this is all that I watch. So I know NQ pretty well. You know what I mean? And when I say I know it well, I'm not saying that I know it like the back of my hand. I'm just saying I understand its characteristics and how it moves. And also I can tell you NQ can be very unpredictable as well. So not that I'm trying to predict, but just use a bias based on how it moves. You know what I'm saying? I've said this before. It's like your girl or your guy, right? You know what their likes, what their favorite color is, what kind of movies, what kind of music they like, you know, those kinds of things. So you want to treat these tickers the same way. You want to make sure you learn and understand how they move, what the characteristics are, because those are the things that are going to help you as you're trading it. You want to learn it. You want to take the time, spend the time on it, you know, on the charts and learn it, especially when you're in your beginning stages. That's your foundation. You want to build on that foundation. That's very important. I'm not on the charts all day like I used to be, but I'm definitely have my charts up. So I'm always looking at them and glancing at them just to see, you know, what NQ is doing. Like I want to know what my girl doing. You know what I mean? Like what you doing? Like seriously, like that's how I think. Like that's how I treat this. This is real deal to me, and it should be real deal to y'all. So when I say my girl, I'm not being funny. I'm being like truthful to let you know, like that's how I look at her. And think about it, our partners, we, you know, when we have a partner, we come on, let's go eat. You want to go to the movies? You want to do this? What we doing this weekend? Let's go on a road trip. You engage with them, right? So treat your ticker the same way. Like engage with it, understand it. You know what I mean? It's very important to have that going on in your psyche. Like that's how you want to approach this. Excuse me, y'all, just plugging in my other laptop, telling me that my battery's running a little low. So you got that thing plugged in. But yeah, so where we at? Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that's what I was that was my bias. That's what I was thinking. Because the day before, I'm always like, okay, like market open today at 6:30, right? So I'm always on, like when we have our overnight session that opens up at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I always check and just see what it did during when it opened. Like I want to see what's going on. And then if there's some crazy spikes or something like that, like I'll go do some research and I want to figure out like where did those spikes go? Like what happened? So yeah, daily level already hit. Pink line, daily level already hit. That's very true. So for those that don't know, these pink lines on my chart, those are the daily levels. And if you watch, I think you watch episode 1, I talk about that. Episode 1? Episode 1 or 2, I talk about that. Blue lines are my unmitigated levels. Blue lines were just pink lines. but price never touched these blue lines. They never touched they were pink lines initially, and price never touched them, so they turned blue. They call it unmitigated level, meaning price never crossed that area. For those in the chat that do know, and for those that don't know, that's something that, as we're going through more episodes, you'll understand. I'm actually going to put out, I'm going to be putting out some content this weekend talking about these. So as you can follow along, these, for those that don't know, these big gold boxes, those are my reversal zones. And that's something we'll talk about as well. I'm going to put out a little short on that so everyone can kind of get up to speed on that. So when you're looking at me and you're checking the charts, you understand what's going on. And my indicators, I talked about my indicators already. So, and I know some of y'all know this, but for the one, I know I see some new family in here. So I definitely want to kind of get them up to speed to see what they're looking, so they know what they're looking at. But anyway, this is pretty much what I kind of expected going back to my bias. So like I said, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at current events before the market opened. It opened and it kind of started consolidating. I said, yeah, you know what? What I'm seeing, this is just me, in my own head last night, nobody around. I'm like, what I'm seeing, I'm thinking NQ is not gonna really do much. We do have news tomorrow. So I'm assuming it ain't gonna really do too much. It's gonna do a lot of zoning. I don't see it making too many trending moves. As you can see, it's the open. It really didn't do too much. And I thought it was gonna pull back a little bit, get somewhere close to 8% line, and then continue on bullish. I mean, if you look at price. This was Tuesday, Monday. This was last Friday. This was last Tuesday. Price really dipped under it last Tuesday, under the 8% line. But as you can see, if you look at all of these little touch points, see how everything is very close to this, whether it's above it or below it. Now, the 8% line is a very, very important metric to just keep on your chart. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I was taught by my mentor. He taught me that and made me understand that, because of course I knew nothing about an 8% line. I was like, 8% line, what's that? And like, once again, we're going to discuss that Monday. We'll discuss that. That's my word. And like I said, as you can see, price did a lot of touching it, touching it and reversing, doing this thing, coming back, touching it, bouncing off. And that's kind of like what I kind of thought what was gonna happen, because we were already pretty low from yesterday. Like, this was this candle right here. Let me open this up a little more so y'all can see this. This candle right here was yesterday's low. This pink line. This was yesterday's low. So I always say, when you want to when you're doing your charting and you want to get some analysis, always look left. Very important. Always look left. Because when you look left, that's going to give you the characteristics of, like, what's going on, what's been going on lately with your ticker, and you want to factor all of those things in when you're trying to get an understanding of possibly what that ticker is going to do when market opens. It's Friday. The other thing that I said is that I didn't expect overnight session to do too much. I didn't expect it to run off, super bullish or run off super bearish. But what I said to myself, I said, you know what? It's Friday tomorrow. We got some news. Yeah, the news will bring in some volume, which it did. It brought in a little volume here. Nothing too crazy, but it brought in some volume. But also too, I'm not really expecting to see no crazy moves. Now, that doesn't mean that won't happen, because once again, we can't be married to the bias. But I'm just saying what I was looking at, just to kind of give y'all an idea, So it's something that you can incorporate in your game. Everything that I state, everything that I talk about is because I'm trying to educate y'all, and I'm educating y'all the way I was educated. So I'm not giving you like what I think. Like, when I say what I think, like, I'm not giving you things like, oh, I'm just, talking out the side of my neck and just giving you some fluff information. Like, the information that I give you is information that was given to me by my mentor. So that's how I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it exactly the way it was given to me. So this way we all can have an understanding, because the goal here is to have everyone become a consistent, profitable trader. And the way that we do that is not just taking trades. It's about understanding how to trade, when not to trade, our psychology. So I'm always talking about these things. If you've been rocking with me since episode 1, then you understand that everything that I talk about is just from some type of educational standpoint. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to, like I said, bridge that gap between when you're first starting to getting on the charts, buying charts, doing this, doing that, all of that stuff. So I'm not part of the inner circle. He only lived there, I think. Our Coach Euphoria's Discord. What we got? What we got? My bad. Let me jump in there. Let me see. That's because I use it. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, he just says. Gotcha. I see y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. I see what y'all doing. Thank you. Appreciate that. So the daily is being retested with this candle. You can say that. So the reason why I mark these is because, once again, the characteristics of NQ loves these levels. We always get reaction at these daily levels or these unmitigated levels. We get a lot of reaction there. Just something that I was taught, and once I was taught it, and I start studying the charts, I realized I was like, wow, like price really engages with these levels, and it's good. I use these levels for a lot of different things. I use them for targets depending on what strategy I'm in. As you can see, I'm ready to trade, but I don't see really anything too enticing. Think about it. NQ hasn't even give us a true direction of what it's doing. It hasn't. And going back to my strategies, if I don't see my strategies, I just sit on my hands. I don't, how would I say, like, I don't like force anything. Like, I have no problem like not trading. I really don't. Like, it's no big deal to me, because you know what? At the end of the day, you know what I've done? I've kept my account safe. And that's what's important. Keeping my account safe. So yeah. And going back, because I always jump off on a little educational tangent, but going back to what I was stating from my bias, I didn't really expect too much. I didn't expect too much movement today. Just kind of just looking at the way things are, and with news and current events and everything going on. And even when you jump down to the 1 minute, I mean, look, and then this reversal zone, you see how strong the reversal zones are, right? That's another reason why I keep those on my chart. Looks like we're getting some pretty strong bearish momentum. But as far as for one of my strategies that I trade that involves these daily levels, like, that strategy is done because price already touched that daily level. So as far as that strategy, I won't even trade that strategy. That strategy's done. Let's see here. Check this 15 minute. Possibly there's also another strategy I trade off the 15 minute. That possibly may happen. But with this big long wick right here, it's just kind of letting me know that price is very indecisive right now. And it's Friday. And when I'm saying again, like, Friday, people are wondering, like, why? What's up with Friday? What I've come to learn about NQ, only NQ, I'm not saying the whole market, NQ, and anyone that trades it will tell you this. NQ tends to be like blase on Friday. Honestly, it's never been a consistent day. And what I mean consistent day, meaning my win rate on Friday has always been like 50-50. It's never been like 60-40. And when you journal, you'll know that. That's why you got to journal your trades, and you have to really keep that analysis, you know what I'm saying, at the forefront, meaning write it down, get a digital journal, something like that you connect your accounts to, and it do it for you. But always journal your trades. You want to keep them analytics going, so you can always go back and look in your journal, even a year later. Like, you want to journal every day, even if you don't take a trade. What you just put in there, you just put today, Friday, February 27th, didn't take no trade. The market was choppy. It was ranging, whatever it is. Do that. That's very, very, very important. Very important. And like I said, that's something that you can always go back to a year later. Like, and what you want to do, you want to have get some notebooks for those that write, that like to write, because I like to write down, because writing down also helps me remember. I do it digitally. I showed everyone yesterday how, for any new family in here, I showed everyone how to journal on your chart by just using some of these tools. So you can go back to yesterday's video and check that out. Um, but yeah, so just journaling, having those analytics to look back from. Like the good thing is, like, you want to look back, like say this is March, right? You've been on your journal game. Let's say you're 2 years in the game like me. You want to go back to last March, 2025, and just see what price was doing, see what price action was doing. And also too, in that journal, write down like any news events that was going on. Like today you would have wrote, we had, core PPI came out at 5:30 a.m. That specific time. East Coast time, you would have put, hey, it's 9:30. We had was it 9:30? Excuse me, 8:30. We had PPI. So that's just a little tidbit on that. So looking at price, like I said, price is just very indecisive. That's pretty much what I was kind of anticipating today. And like I said, my Friday win rate has never really been like, it's been 50-50. So it's not that I don't trade on Friday, but I definitely like to see what price action is doing. If it's getting choppy, like right at the open, kind of like it is, like think about it. The open happened here, right? This is the 6:30 candle for me. And depending on where you are in the world, this is your opening candle, right? For the market today. Kind of went up, came out the reversal zone, retested it, went back out, came back in, broke through it, went back up. Let's look at that. It's just indecisive price action. You don't want to get caught up in this. You don't want to place no trade in this. And I'm not a scalper, so maybe scalpers might get some. They might get some action in here. Me personally, like because I'm a strategy trader, I'm not about to get caught up in this. You know what I mean? Because I do understand that this right here kills accounts. Seriously, it's not good price action, in my opinion, for the way that I trade. I want to see a direction. And as you can see, no one can say, yeah, NQ has given us a clear direction today. We don't know where it want to go. But look at it. These candles will always tell you what's going on. These candles will always tell you what's going on. And like I said, with this candle right here being open, and you can just see kind of pretty much what price did. Just pretty much staying in the area. And that's kind of almost conducive to what was going on before the session opened. This was overnight, but we still got to give it time to give us a clear direction. That's the other thing I noticed on Friday too. There have been some Fridays where price takes off and it gives you a clear direction of where it's going, whether it's going to be bullish or it's going to be bearish. And based on your strategies, you can get in, make some bread. But when I see it ranging like this, I'm like this. Literally, like I'm sitting like, okay. Now, looks like we might get some, looks like it might give us like a clear direction of what it's doing, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I definitely was not looking for shorts. Let me say that as well. I was not looking for shorts, mainly because of this 8% line. So if I did have a strategy that showed a short setup, honestly, because you got to factor in all your confluences, right? I probably wouldn't have took it. And it's Friday. That's the other thing. So I have all of these things in my head, like it's Friday. Price usually gets a little rangy on Friday. It's before the weekend. I'm really big on protecting my accounts. So, that's just all a part of what I've learned, over the past 2 years. As a beginner, I would have been jumping in here. I'd have been getting chopped up. I'm telling you, I'd have been jumping in because I did it before. That's how I know. I'd have been all in this right here. Like, I'm seeing these little candles right here. I'm thinking it's something. That ain't nothing. Not for a strategy trader. Now, maybe for a scalper, you can get in there and get some bread, but I don't scalp, so I really wouldn't know, but I would only assume, these are probably some good scalping opportunities for those that do scalp. But yeah, and it's another thing too. Sometimes with NQ, price will take a while to show a direction sometimes. And also how would I say, another, it's not a rule, but it's something that I've adapted into my trading game, is that on Friday, if I don't see nothing pretty conclusive, like right at the open or a few minutes after the open, then I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't trading today. I'm good. And I'm happy with that. Because at the end of the day, when I don't trade, my accounts are cool. I save my accounts. That's how you keep your account safe. Remember, that's your capital. Protect it. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump off into the question of the day. I got something else I'm gonna share with y'all too. I got something going on around 10:30 this morning. I'm gonna share that with y'all. So stay locked in. Let's jump to the question of the day. Question of the day. So as I stated yesterday, and I stated with the other few episodes, like I'm always making sure that I bring some good value to our psychology, because that's what I'm here to do, right? So question of the day today is, that's right, Raider 40, no FOMO today. That's right. Just sit on your hands. Just sit on your hands and save your accounts. Also, too, let me say this before we jump into the question of the day. The other thing about me being very, very cautious on Fridays, because think about this. You do not want to go into the weekend pissed off, right? Now, I trade with no emotions, but I'm still human, and I know how it goes. You know what I mean? You have some bad trades, you bring that into the weekend. I've learned how not to drag around my non-profitable trades, and that's something that you have to learn as you go on. Once again, building your trading foundation. But just keep in mind, like, who want to go into the weekend pissed off? Or just be like, man, I lost that trade. Even if you ain't pissed off, right? You just, man, I lost that trade. So for some people who don't have their emotions in check, it can have like a little funky weekend. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to do that. Just save yourself the headache. You don't need it. You don't have to trade every day. It's cool to sit out the market. Like, it's cool. It's no problem. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean nothing. It just means that you exercise some discipline. And in trading, we need discipline, period. I see you, I am ordinary. I'm late, but that's what's up. You here. That's all that matters. I ain't even reading the first two words in that sentence. But I am here. That's what's important to me. And I appreciate that. For real. But I am here. That's what's important. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about Friday, that's just something that I tend to just live by. Like, just be, just patience. Like, just be cool. Like, I ain't got to jump in nothing today. I want to go into the weekend with a clear head, knowing that I exercise discipline and that I follow my trading plan and my trading rules, and I'm good. And before we get into the question today, let me just show y'all this again. Look, see how indecisive price is? Like, it looked like it was going to give us some direction, but look, hit the for those that don't know what the yellow line is, that's my VWAP. Blue line is my 50. Simple moving average, SMA. Yellow line is my VWAP. So look, price hit VWAP and kind of reversed off that. And you know what it looks like? What is this showing you? Going back to these candles before we get into the question today. What is, to me, this, you know what this is showing me? One, that price is very indecisive. It has not picked a direction. And it looked like we may have a choppy day today. That's what it looks like. That's what I'm seeing. And it's another thing, y'all. I do not trade after, like, if I ain't seen my setups by 8 o'clock my time, I ain't going to even say 8 o'clock, but like 7:30 my time, like an hour after the open, I usually shut it down. And I'm going to tell you why. From watching NQ, what I have learned about the NQ's characteristics, when it's going to be a trending day, volume always pops in within 30 minutes of market opening. So like by 7 o'clock, maybe 7. Once again, I'm on West Coast time, y'all. So just bear with me. So 7 o'clock, 7:15, somewhere around there, which is 10 o'clock, 10:15 for y'all on the East Coast. I don't see nothing around that time. I log out. I leave my charts up, but I log out of my accounts and I'm good. And yeah, you'll see some spikes here and there. And I don't even care if it does anything after that. Like, it might get trendy after that. Cool. I'm not trading, because once again, something that I've learned is that NQ, if it's going to be trending, that trending time is going to be between like 30 at the latest 45 minutes from the open. So between 6:30 to 7:15 West Coast time. And usually if I don't start seeing that around 7, like when I'm seeing this, I'm already kind of knowing this, what kind of Friday this is going to be. You know why I know that? Because I've watched NQ for so long. Like, I understand the characteristics. I've seen this before. I've seen this movie. I've seen this. That's why I sound like a broken record. Like, I encourage you to understand the ticker that you are trading. All right. So let's jump into a question of the day. So question of the day today is, I got a good one for y'all. Are you trading to make money or to prove you're right? Think about that for a second. Are you trading to make money or prove you're right? Just think about that. That's a good one. Because think about it. Being right feeds your ego, right? You was like, I was right. Like my bias today, you know? Like imagine if I just went off my bias and I was married to my bias. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I was right. I'm gonna get in this trade because I was right. It was, you don't want to feed your ego. Remember, no emotions in trading. So ego ain't good. Get the ego out. Literally take your ego, throw it out the door. Like, don't bring your ego to the charts. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, do not bring it to the charts. Think about it. Being right feeds your ego. Making money feeds your account. Think about that. Being right feeds your ego. Making money feeds your account. So when we're trading to make money. Nah, Magic Mind, you don't want to prove you're right unless you're just kidding. You want to make some money. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being right. If you in trading, that's the psychology. See, that's the thing. We all have to learn that. I thought the same thing too. But you want to make money. You don't want to prove you're right. It's not about that. You're not here to prove anything. You're here to get on these charts and make some money. You know what I mean? And you make money by making good decisions. And think about it. Ego in anything ain't good, right? When you think about life, ego in anything ain't good. You know where ego is really only good? Because I'm an athlete. When you're on the field, when you're on the court, when you are, I don't care what you do. You play water polo, like seriously. Like I had a good friend of mine, water polo. You know what I mean? That was his thing. And that was tough sport. But my point is, I don't care. Golf, whatever it is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you always that it's cool to bring ego there, but not here. So you got to pick and choose. It's life, right? So thinking about this, holding on to losers just because in your mind you're saying it has to come back. Think about that. We've all been there. We've done that. It has to come back. I'm a hold. Guess what you're doing? That's you're feeding your ego because you're trying to prove yourself that you're right. Get out of that. That's not good for your trading psyche. You know what I mean? Think about this. Instead of holding on to that, what's so much more dope to do is cut the losses right there. Just cut them. Ain't no, I think it's going to come back. Even if it does, that's not what it's about. Cut your losses. When you cut your losses, you know what that is? That's professionalism. That's professional acumen. That's business acumen. Think about that. When you cut your losses, that's professional. Straight up, that's professionalism at its finest. And let me explain. Like I said before, trading is a business. We have to treat this as a business. It's a business. And in business, when people come to purchase products from you, purchase your services, when they are, you know what I mean? When they're in your business and want to do business with you, you're going to come across professional, right? Right. It's the same thing here. You got to remember that. It's the same thing here. And NQ doesn't care about our bias. Let me say that too. They don't care about our bias. You think NQ care about our bias? NQ don't give a hoot about our bias. NQ like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like whatever. The thing is that professionals flip when structure shifts. Remember that. Professionals flip when structure shifts. And I'm speaking about professional traders. They flip, you know what I mean? When structure shifts. You know why? Because they're not married to the bias and they're not trying to prove to themselves that they're right. They're looking at them candles and looking at the market, and they're taking what the market gives them. And that's what's important. That's the ideology that you want to have. That's what you want to put into your brain, into your trading psychology. You want to have the mindset of, I ain't coming here to be right. I'm about to see what this market is giving me. And if it ain't giving me nothing, I ain't entering. I'm not getting in. I'm cool. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm about to protect my capital. And I'm going to jump back real quick just to show y'all, look, can you say that there's a clear direction? You can say where it's trending bullish. That's true. But look, it's still choppy. It's still going out of this reversal zone, retesting it, going out, retesting it. It did make a new high right here. But once again, I'm not about to get caught up in that. I already know honestly, when I saw this right here, I was like, I probably won't be trading today. Just that quick. And where we at? This is 6:43. That's only 13 minutes since the market's been open. I was already like, probably won't be taking any trades today. I already knew it. How'd you know it? Because I watch NQ. It's Friday. It's looking super choppy. It's looking like it's ranging. And then we have two reversal zones here. It's respecting VWAP. I mean, who knows? It could break up. But once again, for my trading time, it's 7 o'clock, right? If I don't see nothing in the next 13 minutes, which I don't think that I am, because look at this. Like I said, I ain't no trading for me today. And guess what? I'm okay with that. I protected my accounts. I'm going into the weekend. Cool. Like, you know why I'm going to the weekend cool? Like I made money is because I know that I exercise discipline. That's what's important to me, is exercising discipline. So we're going to jump back to the question of the day. I just want to jump off that because I looked up at my chart and I'm like, it looks like a rangy kind of day. It looks like we might get some direction, but I'm cool. I ain't seen the volume that I need to see prior to market open for me to make a move on something. Like I said, I'm not a scalper. Possibly for a scalper, this might be some good price action. But for me being a strategy trader, nah, it's not good price action for me. So going back to the question of the day, making money is what we're here to do. Proving ourselves right is what we ain't trying to rock that. That's not helping our psychology. That's not making us great traders. It's not gonna be a beneficial how would I say, a beneficial like, part of our trading strategy or our trading psychology or our trading plan. So you don't need it. So remember, we're not here to prove ourselves right. We're here to make money. And making money in trading requires some things, some discipline. It requires some psychology. It requires a lot. It requires making sure that you are keeping up on current events in the news. All of that matters. And you have to factor all of that into your analysis, into your formula, into your bias. Not that you're married to it, but it's okay to have a bias, just as long as you're not married to it. Yeah. So that was my question of the day today. And I thought this was a good one because I know ego drives the market so much. Remember, the market is built on emotions. You know what I mean? That's why if you notice professional traders, they don't trade around Christmas, around the end of the year. Why is that? Think about it. End of the year, at least in the United States, maybe not in other countries, but in the end of the year here, it's the most volatile time of the year. You know why it's so volatile in the market? Because you have so many emotions going on, because that is a very emotional time for people. Think about it. People spending money. They're trying to get Christmas gifts. It was Thanksgiving in November. Then we have December. We have Christmas, Hanukkah. You know what I mean? Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we have those holidays. Those are very emotional holidays. Emotional, not from a negative perspective, but from a perspective of, gifting and those kinds of things, and people putting up lights and, decorating. And there's a lot of emotions that go into those holidays, and those emotions transcend into the market. So a lot of professional traders that I know, and even my mentor, he don't trade. Like I think it's the last 2 weeks of the year, he don't trade. He got the charts up, he looking, he'll demo trade, but he ain't putting his capital out there. He ain't putting his capital out there. To demo trade it is cool because you're getting practice, right? You're getting the repetitions. Got to get that repetition. Yeah, it's a good thing, but he ain't trading. And that's something I've adapted. I ain't trading the last 2 weeks of the year. Let Christmas shoot through. Let's get through New Year's. And even like that first week or two of the new year, what I've tended to see, because I started, let me see, 1, 2. Yeah, so my first year, I didn't see the beginning of the year because my trading journey started in March. So I didn't see what January did. But the next year I saw what January did, and which was 2025, and this year 2026 I see how market, how the market moved around that time. It was really flat, and that's another thing you have to keep in mind too. That's why your journaling is so important, because your journaling will bring these things out. Because when you're looking at January this year, hypothetically speaking, and you've been journaling for a year, and you go to January last year, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm kind of seeing the same thing. Now you got something. Now you understand. Januaries can tend to be, and you just keep journaling and you compare these months from year to year. You compare them. So that was my question of the day. And I see a lot of y'all was saying, make money, make money. And yeah, Freedom Vault, that's how I look at that. Absolutely. Thank you. That's how I look at that. And I see y'all said, make money, make money. A couple of people said ego. And that's okay. We're all here learning. So, it's here to learn. Nobody, there's, how would I say, like, we ain't here, we're not bashing, we ain't pointing no fingers, we ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? We're all here to learn, because I've been there and everyone else has been there. So remember, key point before I take this question of the day off my screen, is that we are trading to make money, not to prove that we are right. We're trading to make money, not to prove that we are right. So I thought that was a good gem. Take us into the weekend. Something that you can, that's something you can chew on. You can write that down. I think that's something good to write down. You know what I mean? Absolutely, Karate 357. Something to write down. You know what I mean? You're trading to make money, not to prove that you're right, and keep your ego out the game. We don't need any of that. So right there, I'm going to jump into. Let's jump into tip of the day. Let's jump into tip of the day. So I always, as I state, I always like to drop, some good gems. I just realized a strategy that I trade actually played itself out, but I missed the entry. Yeah, I missed the entry. I just realized that. Let me show y'all a little strategy that I trade. A little strategy that I trade with these reversal zones. Price went into the reversal zone. It reverses. It crosses 50. VWAP makes market structure shift, meaning closing above this previous swing high. Forms a gap. And I would have placed my entry right at the beginning of the gap. But I missed it. I missed my entry. Just to show y'all, it would have looked something like this. That's what it looked like. That would be my entry on this strategy that I trade. And it's using the reversal zones, using the VWAP to 50. But I missed my entry, and it could come back. But once again, we are now at 709. This is a trade that I do look for after 10 or 7 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. But this is what I don't like about it. It's in between reversal zones. And as you see, price went in and it's coming out. That's why these reversal zones are on my chart. They're so important. They tell me a lot. But I'm gonna exit that. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that. And I don't really like the way price is moving either. So I'm gonna play it safe. You saw I put it on my chart. I took it right off. I put it on my chart just to show y'all, but I took it right off. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool today. I'm sitting out. Yep, I'm sitting out. So jumping back to tip of the day. I thought this was a good one. Kind of goes right with, I like the question of the day and the tip of the day to kind of marry each other a little bit. So tip of the day, protect capital first, profits come second. Read that. Read that. Protect capital first, profits come second. Most people will be like, well, I'm here to make money. Shouldn't profits come first? No. Your capital comes first, right? Because your capital that's your account. That's everything. That's your kitty. You know what I'm saying? And hey, y'all, just if y'all liking, man, look, if y'all liking if y'all liking what I'm putting out, y'all give me a like, man. Likes are free. Come on, y'all. Let's like it up. I'm asking y'all, give me some likes. Give me some likes. It helps get the word out. Helps push the channel. And I know you're here to support me as I'm here supporting you. Let's get some likes. Get them likes up. Appreciate that. Come on, y'all. Get them likes up. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, you want to protect capital first and your profits come second. So remember, when you're trading, always think about your account. Always think about your account. Always think about your account. Protect your capital first and your profits come second. Because think about it. Without your capital, you can't make no profit because you ain't got nothing to trade from. Think about that. So what is truly more important? Your capital is way more important than profits. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Likes are free. It don't cost nothing. Just a click. Hit that like button, y'all. I really, really appreciate that. Hit that like button. So going back to what I was stating, protect your capital. It's very important. That's what I did today. I protected my capital. I protected my capital. I wasn't worried about the profits. I was thinking about my accounts. What did I say? I said, I'm going to go into the weekend. My accounts are safe. Like, I'm big on that. My accounts are everything. My accounts are like children. And I'm serious. I'm not playing. My accounts are like children. Thank you, Freedom Vault. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, my accounts are children. Like, think about your children. You take care of them, right? You dress them, you feed them. You changing their diapers, like you making sure that you give them the best opportunity for life, right? Where I want to give my accounts the best opportunity to succeed in the trading space. And the only way to do that is you got to protect them. And I'm serious, like, protect your accounts. They're everything. Thank you, Taylor Pruitt. I appreciate that. That's right. Like and subscribe, y'all. Subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell. I'm dropping these every day. It's episode 4. 4 days in. We started on Tuesday. Stay locked in with me on this journey. This journey's gonna be amazing. You know what I'm saying? We growing together. You're here at ground level. You're at the best spot you could be. But like I said, protect your capital. Protect your capital. Capital comes first, profits come second. Because think about this. Capital means you got ammunition, right? You got ammunition if you got capital. You got ammunition, straight up. Losing streaks happen, but survival keeps you in the game. Because think about it. I've been through a losing streak. We all have. But survival keeps you in the game. Survival is protecting your capital. That's your ammunition. That's what's important. Small red day, don't blow accounts. Think about it. A small red day doesn't blow accounts. What blows accounts is when you're not protecting your capital. And think about it. I said a small red day because I'm trying to pique your brain. I'm going further on my thought. Small red day, meaning like you didn't over leverage. You made sure that you took a trade that had a sizable stop loss where your account wasn't too in jeopardy. Think about that. You don't want to be having huge stop losses because if the trade goes against you, think about it. That's your capital. So all of those things matter. And just remember, small red days don't blow accounts. Don't happen. So your capital is ammunition. Always remember that. Your capital is your ammunition. Losing streaks happen, but survival keeps you in the game. And that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that every day that we get in, not every day, because we don't trade every day, but any day that we enter a trade, that we are making sure that we have high probability on the trade, we have the perfect setups, and also too, that we live to trade another day. That's how you protect your capital, to make sure that you live to trade another day. Do you know I have seen some pretty good trades, like pretty good setup, but the stop loss was so huge, I was like, I'm cool. I'm about to sit out. Because guess what? Once I'm in this trade, once I'm in a trade, I have no more control. I have no more control. My control is everything that I do before I enter that trade. And I'm big on control, especially in this game, because I got to protect my capital. It's like your children, right? When it's your children, like you're in control of everything that they do, right? It's the same way with your accounts. You're in control of everything that account does. Protect it. Straight up. Make sure you don't just, just frivolously just out there just taking trades and ain't protecting your capital, and you look up and you done blown your account, whether it's a prop firm account or if it's a regular live account. Period. Like, protect your accounts. So remember, protect capital first, profits come second. Write it down. Put it somewhere. Protect capital first, profits come second. And going back to our question of the day, I want y'all to get that down too. You are trading to make money, not to prove that you're right. It's another something good to write down. You're trading to make money, not to prove that you're right. So, talk a little bit about what I got going on today. I got a little procedure I got going on at 10:30. So I'm going, man, believe it or not, but I still came to the live stream. Just go to show y'all how much dedicated I am. I'm about to have surgery. I don't have no health issues, thank God. It ain't nothing like that. I'm having like some corrective surgery on my foot, but just to give y'all an idea what's going on. Because I'm always going to be completely transparent, because I feel like I'm the type of person where I believe in treat people the way you want to be treated. Y'all my family. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. So I'm a 3-sport athlete: football, baseball, basketball. Football, I play wide receiver and I play DB. Basketball, I was a 2, shooting guard. I played point every now and again, but I was shooting guard. Baseball, I was shortstop, second baseman. For some odd apparent reason, I don't know why this was happening, but it was happening. When I was playing football, I was running in motion, and believe it or not, one of our linemen, of course, had a false start. If you know anything about football, you know what I'm talking about. Had a false start, stepped on my foot as I stepped down and was picking my foot up to run. I dislocated my toe, right? And I never went and had surgery, because if I'd had surgery, I wouldn't have been able to play the next season, or I would have came in the middle of the season. So I just got like a cast and splint and all of that. But now that I've gotten older, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's affecting me. So I want to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? While I'm still can. I ain't old, but as I gotten older, you know what I'm saying? And I want to take care of it, because I want to make sure when I get into my later years that, my feet are good. We need our feet. So that happened. Then when I was playing baseball, like 2 years later, I was sliding into second base and dislocated it again. And you know why that happened? Because I never really took care of the issue the right way. So I did the same thing again. Nah, I don't want to go get no surgery, because if I get surgery, I'm going to be out. And being a 3-sport athlete, like, you know how football season and baseball season, they don't overlap, but they're pretty close, right? So if I'm messed up in one, then I can't do the other one. If I'm messed up in one sport and I have surgery, I can't play the other sport. So that's why I was like opting out of the surgeries. I was like, nah, just give me a cast. I would do my little physical therapy, feel good again, and then go back out there. So going back to what I stated, like I was slid in second base and I dislocated that toe. So I need to go get it corrected. I need to go have that surgery, something I had put off. So that's what I'm going to have today. 10:30, UCLA. I got a good team around me. Thank goodness I have some fire insurance. And I have such a good team around me, y'all. Like, we've been on conference calls twice this week. My podiatrist, my anesthesiology team, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we getting it in. I know I'm in good hands. I definitely ask y'all, keep me in y'all prayers, because anything can go wrong in surgery, but I'm healthy. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. But I just got to get this corrected. Like, it's just been, because what was happening is, for those that know, I work out. Oh, I'll be down so I'm 5 weeks in a boot. 5 weeks in a boot. And at the 5th week mark, I can pretty much come out of the boot. So to kind of give you the way it works, like, no weight bearing. I'm gonna have my foot up. But guess what, y'all? Monday, we back on live stream. It's all good. I'm gonna be sitting here with my foot up. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm be in my boot. I ain't this the show gotta go on. Like, for real, for real. So I'll be down. Well, the good thing is it's outpatient. So I'm coming home today. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing. I'm coming home today. That's no big deal. I don't have to spend overnight in the hospital. It's an outpatient procedure. It's real quick. You know, and it's really, really no big deal. All they're doing is they're putting the bone underneath my toe. They're putting it like back into the proper position, and then they're putting like a titanium plate right there to keep that bone in the proper position, so it's not, going out of alignment. Because if it was affecting me when I was. For those that, some of y'all know, some of y'all that don't know, but I'm super big into my health, my fitness. You know what I'm saying? Exercise. So I was doing my stairs and doing all of that stuff, and I noticed like it was starting to get sore. Like, I run my stairs and do my stuff, and I'm like, man, I was walking 3.5 miles a day. Like, I'm serious on my fitness. So I noticed like it was starting to. I would like be feeling it. It was just like it started to throb, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. Like, not during the time that I'm exercising, but after. And I'm like, okay, I got to get it addressed. So I went and saw a podiatrist. All my doctors are UCLA. That's my network. And he told me, he's like, you know what? It's something that you didn't do that you need to do now. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's get it done. So I'm getting my left foot done, and there it is. So I'll be good. I come home. When I get home today, I'm just gonna relax. You know what I'm saying? I had to do the right one too. Like, I had to do the right one too. For the ones that don't know, like, I did the right one in October of last year. This is all part of my plan. I did the right one, got it done. Now I'm doing the left one. So I'll come home today, be good. I'm just gonna chill, relax. I got everything ready. I got my I got my crutches. I got everything I need. And I'm laughing at a comment. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got everything that I need. I'm gonna be cool. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with y'all. But I've shared that just to tell you, like, nothing stops. I'm not letting nothing stop what we got going on right here. Like, this is just as important. I'll be good. I'll be fine tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'll be resting, but guess what? I'm still going to be prepping for the live stream, getting everything ready for Monday. We're going to talk about the 8% line. We're going to get all that stuff rocking. And there it is. So I just wanted to share that with y'all so y'all know what's going on. Like I said, I want to be truly, truly transparent about that, because I just wanted to share. Like, that's just who I am, like, open book. So with that said, if y'all got some value today, man, I definitely, hit me up in some comments. Let me know how you felt about what you got from the tip of the day, the question of the day. Like me up, drop them likes. For those that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like I said, keep me in y'all prayers. You know what I'm saying? And use that code, man. Use that code, Tradegheenyuz TEF, when you're purchasing your TEF accounts. You know what I'm saying? And as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you didn't get in a trade today, or you made money, go and log out your accounts, and protect your capital. Protect your capital. Keep your account safe. So with that said, once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I always got to give a shout out to our founders, Juvier, Scalp God, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness for them, because without them, we wouldn't be here. And with that said, y'all have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. Keep me in y'all prayers, and we'll be here on Monday. Same time, 6:15. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it in. God bless y'all.